Hi, this is Mansan Kim, and I am one of the Indiana's Vice President at Large, and this is my presentation called The Ethnic Minority of Zoe. So you may be wondering, where is the Zoe people located at? It is located in northwestern Burma, or what is also called Myanmar. It's east of India and also south of China. And so with the left picture, there is the red section that most of the Zoe people live, or which is also called Chin State in Burma. So going deep into Chinstay, or where most of the Zoe community lives, it is located in the climate zones in two different parts. The higher part of the region has cold, wet, and with evergreen forests where potatoes and maize are grown mostly. And these areas are covered with rain clouds in the monsoon rainy season, which the sun is rarely to be seen in these climates. And the lower part of the region, there is warmer and drier climate where bamboo thrives and hillside rice are mostly grown. The habitat and lifestyle for women and men are very different. Women are given a role to be taking care of the house while men are out there hunting. And it is shown here on the left picture of women carrying wood back home in a woven basket that they made themselves with strap around their forehead. And these two other pictures represents a village in the Zoe state that is from my parents' village called Lungta, and the very right picture represents a church in Lungta village. Another habitat and lifestyle that they have lived on, as you can see, that are the houses are usually constructed on sloped, slanted hills shown in the first picture, and half of the house has an earthen floor and the other half has flooring of planks or split bamboo. These are made from resources that they see nearby within the community and the state, and there's no electric in the house, so candles that are also very limited resource are only lit up when it's necessary. And Zoe people built houses with thatch roofing and often double-layered split bamboo railing for protection. I am not sure about other cultures, but home decorations in Zoe houses, shown in the very middle here, are pictures of family and friends hung on every wall that everyone that they know, and typically hang animal heads or what is also known as trophy hunting that represents a successful hunt, which is very rare to find animals and hunting since resources and the regions that they're living in are very limited. So for fashion and textiles, these are one of the examples and pictures shown here of traditional clothes for the Zoe. And there are ancient meanings of the traditional colors, but they are unknown. And green possibly represents the nature, or also called Zoe gum, which is the land of the Zoe translated in English. And there is a picture of Aung San Suu Kyi, a Burmese politician, Burma's human rights activist since the 1980s, who was a 1991 Nobel Prize winner, being clothed the Zoe Buon, or also called Zoe blanket, during her visit in Fort Wayne, Indiana, in 2012. So starting with fashion and textiles, men and women's outfits, traditional clothes, are very different. Starting with men, they typically wear shirts and trousers, which most of them are wrapped around with colorful blankets. And back in the old times, they wore white long sleeve Zoe attires as long as to their knees. And their outfits, quote unquote, are long blankets strapped around their chests back in the old times with bottoms with no sandals involved or any kind of footwear. And for accessories that they wear on a daily basis, because the men's roles are to be hunting and to be outside of the house to provide for their families, they carry tawui, which is gunpowder, along with their silgi to put in the gunpowder into, also called buffalo horn, for hunting, and they use gun, which is called zotao, and then nam, which is knife, and these are worn every day to show that as a men's role and their superiority within the house. While the woman here wears ni, which is a long blanket covering all the way to their ankles, decorated with bold horizontal color stripes. And along the generations and currently in 2020, many designs are shown, and it has developed over time of their decorations, and it is added on with flowers. Tops are mostly comes as a two-piece decoration or outfit that matches with their knee. So starting from culinary or food, mainly Zo people carry a substance which is in a traditional bottle that is drunk from either with water, any type of liquid substance, and this is my uncle drinking it. And foods that we get are mainly across Asia, where the top right is filled with samosas. It's a vegan fried potato filled with spices covered in dough. And on the very bottom corner is faluda, which is a sweet dessert that contains milk and jelly with many kinds of syrup, and also with seeds and also ice cream. This is great for summer or any hot weather. And there's meat and vegetable stir fries, where there's also shrimp fried rice, and these are mainly with many sauces mixed onto rice and vegetables with proteins. Sticky bean rice are very popular in the Zo states, filled with banana leaf that is wrapped around banana leaves with glutinous rice, coconut milk, and beans, and these is a long process to make, while there's lepeto, or which is also called Burmese tea leaf salad, filled with tomatoes, toasted peanuts, tea leaf dressing, oil, and shrimp powder. And this is good for casual hangout or to as a side dish for rice. And there's also Burmese curry, which is any type of meat cooked with oil, onion, garlic, ginger, and any type of spice with the most important ingredient is curry powder. And this is a traditional Zo food called bangtim, which is in English called millet porridge, and it's a traditional oat food mixture of a millet and water boiled until it thickens, which is very similar to rice porridge. Another types of foods, starting from the very bottom right, is ijakwe, which is fried dough and filled with covered in beans. And this is another main source of breakfast that's popular, along with mohinga, which is for the broth is onion, ginger, garlic, vegetable oil, turmeric, paprika, and rice flour, lemongrass, dashi powder, and fish sauce, and throw along with noodles. And for toppings includes hard-boiled eggs, cilantro, and fried chickpea crackers are optional. And in the middle is kosoito, which is noodles, and meats and proteins are optional, but it's usually with broth, soy sauce, salt and pepper, egg noodles, cilantro, cabbage, vinegar, fried boiled eggs, flour, besan, garlic, and etc. And on the very bottom, not bottom, top right corner is bakute, which is pork grit soup, and this is water, pepper, garlic salt, dark soy sauce, pork ribs, and cooked rice to serve. And so I want to bring up United Zoo Organization, or what is for short called UZO. The Zo community in the United States is filled with a population of 3,200 to 3,300 families, and the major cities include Tulsa, Fort Wayne, Atlanta, and Bowling Green, while other smaller cities are listed down below. And in Fort Wayne, Indiana, there's a population for at least 370 families, and in total of Indiana includes 1,200 families, which are major cities in Indiana includes Logansport, Fort Wayne, and Indianapolis. And so what is the United Zoo Organization? It's a two-day event of zoo communities in the U.S. locating in one of the major cities for large gatherings that involves in traditional dances, soccer tournament, recognize and reward individual success each year with fashion shows and singing competitions. So in UZO throughout the years, I have shown of the committees and advisors during the UZO 2017 of a group picture, and there are other pictures of both Bowling Green and Fort Wayne soccer teams group pictures, and in the middle shows the well-known singers and fashion shows of each individual during the UZO 2019 and the Atlanta soccer team receiving their first place trophy during their UZO 2019 at Bowling Green, Kentucky. Many different cities and communities, for example, Bowling Green, Kentucky, have their own performances to show with many youth and many children and adults, all ages, performing on stage during the UZO 2019. And so these are some of the pictures representing. Lastly, this is Fort Wayne, Indiana groups performing during 2019 event of an all-girls group and also a mixture of both boys and girls dancing together. And these are the youth groups during their performance live. And this is the last part of my presentation. I hope you guys have learned something about the Zo ethnic and hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you.